Paul Kagame's rise to power in Rwanda is a remarkable story of a refugee who came back to save his country from turmoil. Born on October 23, 1957, in Tambwe, Rwanda, Kagame's early life was shaped by ethnic tensions that would later define his country's history. Kagame was born in a Tutsi family in southern Rwanda. In 1959, when he was just a child, a violent Hutu uprising led to the overthrow of the Tutsi monarchy. Kagame's family, along with thousands of other Tutsis, fled to Uganda to escape the violence. Growing up in exile, Kagame experienced firsthand the hardship of being a refugee. This period significantly influenced his worldview and his resolve to one day return to Rwanda and secure a better future for his people. Kagame's formal education was interrupted by his family's exile, but he was able to attend school in Uganda. It was in Uganda that Kagame's military career began to take shape. In the 1970s, he joined the National Resistance Army led by Yoweri Museveni, who would later become the president of Uganda. The NRA was a rebel group fighting against the dictatorship of Milton Obote and later Tito Okello. Kagame quickly rose through the ranks due to his discipline, intelligence, and strategic thinking. His experience with the NRA provided him with valuable military training and leadership skills. In the late 1980s, Kagame and other Tutsi exiles founded the Rwandan Patriotic Front, a rebel group aimed at returning to Rwanda and addressing the grievances of the Tutsi diaspora. The RPF's objectives were not only to overthrow the Hutu-dominated government, but also to establish a society based on equality and justice for all Rwandans, regardless of ethnicity. Kagame became the head of military operations for the RPF, playing a crucial role in planning and executing their strategies. On October 1, 1990, the RPF launched its first invasion of Rwanda. The invasion was met with fierce resistance from the Rwandan government, leading to a protracted civil war. Kagame took over the leadership of the RPF after the death of its previous leader, Fred Rwigiyema, in the early days of the invasion. Under Kagame's command, the RPF regrouped and re-strategized. Despite facing significant challenges including international pressure and limited resources, Kagame's leadership kept the RPF focused and resilient. The early 1990s saw various attempts to negotiate between the RPF and the Rwandan government. These efforts culminated in the Arusha Accords, signed in 1993, which were meant to establish a power-sharing government and integrate the RPF into the Rwandan army. However, the peace process was fragile and tensions remained high. On 6 April 1994, the plane carrying the then Rwandan President Juvenal Habyarimana and the then Burundian President Cyprien Ntaryamira was shot down as it approached Kigali, killing everyone on board. This event triggered the Rwandan genocide, a horrific campaign of mass murder in which extremist Hutu militias and civilians killed an estimated 800,000 Tutsi and moderate Hutus over the course of about 100 days. In response to the genocide, the RPF launched a full-scale offensive to capture Kigali and stop the massacres. Kagame's forces advanced rapidly, gaining control of key areas and gradually pushing the government forces back. By mid-July 1994, the RPF had taken Kigali, effectively ending the genocide. Kagame's military campaign not only stopped the slaughter but also marked the beginning of a new chapter in Rwandan history. After the genocide, Rwanda was in ruins. The infrastructure was destroyed, the economy was in shambles, and the social fabric was deeply fractured. Kagame and the RPF faced the daunting task of rebuilding the nation. Initially, Kagame served as the Vice President and Minister of Defense in the new transitional government, with Pastor Bizimungu, a Hutu, serving as the President. This arrangement was intended to promote ethnic reconciliation and stability. However, Kagame was widely recognized as the de facto leader of Rwanda. His influence and leadership were crucial in the reconstruction efforts. Under his guidance, the government focused on restoring security, promoting justice through the establishment of the Gasasa courts, and initiating policies aimed at national unity and economic development. In the year 2000, Bizimungu resigned amid political disagreements, and Kagame was elected president by the Transitional National Assembly. He was subsequently elected in the 2003 presidential elections, the first under the new constitution, and re-elected in 2010 and 2017. On 15 July 2024, he won the fourth term by a landslide, with 99.15% of the total votes cast. Kagame's presidency has been marked by significant economic growth and development. Rwanda has achieved remarkable progress in various sectors including healthcare, education, and technology. Kagame's administration has been praised for its efforts to combat corruption and promote gender equality. Despite these achievements, Kagame's leadership has not been without controversy. His government has been criticized for its authoritarian tendencies, including restrictions on political opposition, media freedom, and civil liberties. Critics argue that Kagame's focus on stability and development has come at the expense of democratic principles. Allegations of human rights abuses and suppression of dissent have been a persistent issue throughout his tenure. Paul Kagame's rise to power is a story of resilience, strategic leadership, and relentless pursuit of a better future for Rwanda. From his early days as a refugee to his current role as president, Kagame's journey reflects both the challenges and opportunities that have shaped modern Rwanda. While his leadership has brought significant progress, it has also raised important questions about the balance between development and democratic governance. As Rwanda continues to evolve, Kagame's legacy will undoubtedly be a subject of ongoing discussion and analysis. Thank you for watching. Kindly support me by liking, share, and subscribing to my YouTube channel for more amazing stories about the African continent.